Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdModon, and welcome to recap a video series where I'll be going over what has been occurring over the last week and just talk with you guys about things that you can be expecting in future episodes. So with that said and done, let's jump right into the episode, shall we? So of course, starting things off on the YouTube side of things, everything's been going really well like it has been in the last couple of weeks, which I'm really satisfied with. You guys seem to be really enjoying the videos, and a lot of you guys have been really leaving some great feedback. Maybe you really enjoyed the video and you let me know, or maybe you answer questions that are related to the video, which I think is awesome. I like to get your guys' overall reaction to the video. I like to see your response because it allows me to make the videos better, but at the same expense, realize that you still enjoy the video. May that be, liking the video or even just leaving constructive feedback by itself. I mean, both are definitely appreciated by itself. But of course, with that in mind, I'm definitely trying to still occupy a couple of days. You guys know we've been kind of going on with the scheme of not having every day occupied by a video series, which I'm okay with in most cases because it allows me to still have personalization over the channel, still to bring new content and stuff like that. But at the same expense, it's always nice to kind of know exactly what the day is and then be able to construct that video weeks in advance and just overall have a good cycle. And I think that's definitely something that I've been striving towards, considering that the success so far has been overwhelming, which I think is pretty awesome. But of course, with that all said and done, when it comes down to the gaming side of things, I've been picking up a couple of games of Battlefield 4 every now and then. It hasn't maybe been as much as it has been maybe in the last couple of weeks or so, but by and large, I'm still trying to make a presence, and I've been really enjoying the latest patch. If you guys missed the video, which would have been yesterday, I made a video talking about everything you need to know about the patch, the notes, and all that good information. So definitely check that out if that's something you're interested in, especially if you're a Battlefield player and you really want to know the basics of what was implemented into the latest patch. But I really think that the tick rate being increased from 10 to now 30 is significantly better. I've noticed that I can get shot and get right into cover, and you guys have probably noticed in some of my videos that I've been producing that I will get shot and immediately go prone or immediately get into cover, and I only lose like 10 health. And it's pretty awesome. I really enjoy that. It reminds me a lot of Battlefield 3. But at the same expense, I was never somebody to go on the forums and be like, please fix the netcode or be maybe more aggressive like you guys have probably seen. But when it comes down to the basics of it, I'm just really happy that the new netcode is here. I think it's a lot more acceptable, and I've personally been enjoying it a lot more. I haven't seen any hits to my overall frames or performance of my computer, but I can't really speak for everybody. So I would say the general consensus with the patch is that everybody seems to really be enjoying it, and the people that don't enjoy it probably just aren't really made for Battlefield anymore. So I guess that's just kind of how I look at it. But of course, with that kind of talked about, the games I have been playing, I've been having a ton of fun, and I've been absolutely destroying people with the new netcode. I mean, I've been pulling scores that it happened pretty consistently. I'd say I'm a pretty good player. I'm almost at that 3 kill death ratio, which, if that matters to you, great. High five me and you can both high five. If not, that's perfectly fine. I think it means something, so I continually try to build it up. But, of course, I've been playing a lot of that and just really enjoying Battlefield. But at the moment, I haven't really been doing a whole lot on the side, which is probably pretty sad by itself. But of course, I'm hopefully going to be trying to get some Let's Play started. That's really been on my mind the last couple of days, and I'd love to get it started immediately, but I feel like I've been a little lazy the last couple of days, as well as work's just been piling on a ton of work, and it's just really been overwhelming at times, considering that I still have a lot to get done throughout the day, and it doesn't seem like there's enough hours when it comes down to the main gist of it. But of course, now we're going to talk just a little bit about real life and tell you guys about what's been going on in that. Of course, I've been starting to get right back into work now, which I guess has been fun by itself. Yesterday I did a bunch of ghosting for cashier, so I'm still trying to get the basics down. I mean, I've done cashiering in the past, so a lot of the knowledge that they have to teach me, I've already learned. I've worked a ton of retail jobs in my time, so really there's not a whole lot that I really have to get the main gist of it down. But of course, it's always good to re-educate myself on how to do stuff like that, and just to really get right back into the system, considering that last time I probably did cashiering on a consistent basis was probably 2 years ago, but I feel like I still know everything, and I've worked tons of customer relation jobs and stuff like that. So I'm really not too far out of the game, but it's always good to refresh my memory, especially when it comes to doing checks and stuff like that, because that's a tender that I'm not very used to, or at least a currency that I'm not very accustomed to when it comes down to my previous jobs. So definitely been trying to learn that again, trying to get right back into the basics of it, but by and large, I feel like it's pretty easy. You scan items, put them in the bag, and you just kind of rinse and repeat. So that's really the main gist of it when it comes down to being a cashier, especially at an establishment that is considered retail. So definitely not too bad when you realize that there really isn't a ton of hours to be made, but you also get paid every week. So it's kind of nice to be able to see the benefits of all the work that you had been doing and then kind of go out and spend it appropriately, hopefully. So that's definitely something I've been enjoying at the moment, but I guess we'll see a couple months down the road, and I'll keep you guys updated as much as I possibly can. So with that kind of talked about, I've actually been in pain the last 5 days. It's actually been pretty horrific when it comes down to the main gist of it, and it's mainly due in part to what I did Monday. Monday I decided to start weightlifting again and just kind of get back into the basics of it, and I felt like I did pretty good. I felt like I went in there nice and slow. I wasn't going extremely fast. I wasn't trying to lift too much or anything like that. But I must have pulled a tendon or a muscle or something in my left arm especially bad, considering that I can barely even move it. It feels like it's almost broken in a sense, but it's obviously not broke. I mean, that much I know. It's just a pain that I can relay to you guys to kind of give you an idea of the severity of it. You know, if you were to ask me on a scale of 1 being no pain at all and 10 being massively uncomfortable or extreme pain, it's probably an easy 8. Especially when I move it, it might even go to an 11. You know, when I'm just kind of idling it and not really moving it, it's probably about a 5. So it's pretty horrific. It's definitely not a pain that you really want to have. However, in my right arm, you know, I have a little bit of it. It's more like a sore. You know, I can kind of feel it if I move it around. It just kind of feels sore. And I can still use my right arm, which I guess is good considering that I'm a right-hand person, but when it comes down to it, my left arm has actually been in some pretty heavy pain, especially at night. It's been pretty hard to sleep and go to work and stuff like that, but I guess I'm pretty happy that I'm mainly just ghosting at work or watching over somebody and trying to learn stuff, so that's not too bad. Hopefully I'll be going to the doctor if it gets any worse, but it's been about 5 days now, and originally, you know, it didn't hurt at all Monday. I mean, I kind of felt like I had lifted, you know, and my muscles were exhausted, but as soon as, you know, Tuesday and everything else ran by, it was definitely stepping up its pain scale, and it's been pretty bad. So hopefully it'll get a lot better. I'm not too worried. There's nothing there that's, you know, getting black and blue or anything like that. It doesn't feel like anything's out of the ordinary, you know, it's been separated or anything. So I guess I'm okay in that thing, but I'm also not somebody that's in the medical field. So maybe I should probably get it checked out a little sooner. Maybe I'll get it today. I'm not quite sure yet, but when it comes down to it, I thought I'd let you guys know, you know, it's been pretty hard to make videos, you know, with the severity of the pain being present at any given time. But I'm still trucking through it. I'm not going as fast as I used to be able to, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it allows me to kind of look over everything a little bit harder and kind of put a lot more effort into it. But hopefully I'll get my arm kind of readjusted or fixed, or it'll do what it does and get back into the normal groove of things. But I thought I'd let you guys know, you know, it's just something that's been really bugging me in the last 5 days, and I figured maybe you guys would be interested. But that's pretty much it when it comes down to it, you know, besides doing a lot of work and kind of coming home and rinsing and repeating. But that's pretty much how my week's been going so far. I guess you could say it's been a little painful, but by and large, definitely trying to truck through it, and hopefully everything will become a lot better. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Recap, and I'll see you guys in the next installation. And this is NMO, and I'll be signing out, guys. Peace.